All right, welcome to another episode of what we want to talk about.
3WTA.
What we got here is a trio of wild and crazy guys. Right on the mic right now is Major Mallow.
This is Bard.
Zim is in the building.
So, past few episodes we've been talking about mostly animated things, but that's not what this show is focused about. It's mostly about what we want to talk about, mostly movies, TV shows, and stuff like that. Most picks before we've done it have been between Bard and Zim. Today is my pick, and I picked a obscure indie film from 2009 that I was pretty sure you guys never heard of, but it's probably one of my top 10, and I love this movie. I'm pretty sure you guys don't love it as much as I do. But yeah, before we get started, let me just put a little thing in there, cause this is close to me. When I found this movie when, I would watch anything I would torrent with a cool cover. And I saw this cover when I was torrenting when I was younger, and I was like, I'm going to watch it. Watched it, fell in love with the movie, kept watching it over and over again. Later on, I find out that, because of, torrenting, that's how a lot of people found out about it. Like, nice. A lot of people found out about the movie from torrenting, and it helped the sales of the DVDs. So, you know how they say, like, oh, piracy hurts, movie sales or whatever? Nope. Not in this fucking case. Fucking bullshit, because it helped it out. And granted, I haven't bought the DVD or the Blu-ray, which I'm going to do very soon, but,
sure
I'm going to do it eventually, but I still love, I love this movie, so eventually I have to do it. But, that's just my little intro for it. Let's try to talk about little things before we get into spoiler talk.
Right. Spoiler-free review.
Yeah.
Personally, this has been, out of all the things we've watched, I wouldn't even say least favorite. This, to me, was garbage. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
But this was painful.
Oh, it's great.
Thanks, Mallow. Yeah, remember the whole thanks Bard from, two episodes ago? So
you
mad.
don't get it. He doesn't get it.
No, it's all right.
Thanks, Bard, for trying.
Oh, God. I guess I don't get it. Was there a pun in there that I didn't get?
I don't know.
Something?
Hopefully, I was too into this movie to think of any puns because I don't think of puns, but I'm pretty sure you got a few up your sleeve. Oh, so yeah, you didn't.
No, this movie isn't even worthy of my puns.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. All right.
And this is on your top 10.
I know it is. I don't give a fuck. I love this movie.
Right on. Okay.
Fucking Gods of Egypt is in my top 20.
I've never seen it, so.
Oh, it's a piece of shit movie that I still love.
Man, it takes a lot for me not to like something.
All right. How would you score it then?
On a 1 to 5, I'd give it a negative.
Oh, snap. All right. Nice.
And it's just, it's not even, okay, the plot, if you guys are looking for a good plot, I would definitely say this movie has a good plot.
Oh, yes, it does.
But the editing is terrible. The sound is terrible.
We'll get into that.
Which we'll get into. I'm just saying, without saying any spoilers.
Yeah.
The way the movie is done is what makes it so bad.
Yes. All right, go ahead. Because I have rebuttals. I have rebuttals for everything you say.
I liked it. I'm
not going to, one second, I'm sorry. I'm not sucking the dick of this film, but I will have rebuttals and I will also have criticism. So just saying that.
So he's not going to suck it, but he's at least going to compliment the dick.
Yes.
That's pretty nice dick.
Blowing the dick a little bit, but I'm not going to put the shit in my mouth.
You would make a good fluffer. Just blow on it a little bit. That's everybody loves.
So I'm not going to suck it, man, but I'll get that shit out.
New meaning to blowjob.
Oh, nice.
We gave him one.
Already.
We gave him one. All right.
So I liked it. But it takes a lot for me not to like something.
That's true. I know.
There's plenty of movies that I watch and I'm like, oh yeah, that was great. And both of y'all just hate it.
Yeah.
But I'll give it, I might have to start going like out of 10. Cause I think just 1 through 5 is because everything's going to end up being a 4 for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say out of 10 from now on, I would give this a 7.
All right. And me, like I said, I actually love this movie a lot. It's a very flawed movie, and there's things about this movie that I would not let fly if it was in other movies. We're getting to that soon, but how would I rate this? A pot of awesome. That's how I rate this. Just find a nice pot of awesome. That's how I rate this movie. So, we're going to get into spoilers now.
Leaking pot, just so we're clear. Like, if it's a pot of awesome, there's a hole at the bottom where the awesomeness is leaking out of. So maybe there is awesomeness in it, but the more we get into it, which we'll see, I'm sure that you'll find it's less and less awesome than what you really think.
All right. So let's get into spoiler talk a little bit. So, little bit thing before we talked about this, you sent me a text talking about like things that you were saying stuff that was worse than Gotham, like the editing, whatever, right? And then I sent you a text that said one episode of Gotham cost $4 million to make. This movie cost $250,000. I'm willing to give it some leeway because it cost that much. It's an indie amateur film.
Okay, it
looks like it.
But there's parts where, let's just go straight into the editing, since that's what I was talking about. So this movie is going to make you dizzy.
Yes.
All right, we have two people talking, and it'll cut. One person says something, cut, go to the next person. That person says like 2 words, cut back to the next person. Okay. It's like, why not just be, have a widescreen shot and have them talk to each other with both of them in the screen? Why do you have to switch back and forth 50 times in a minute?
But was this within the parts where before you even realize that it's not like, it's like a messed up kind of reality? Like you were following one part and it was, turns out you were in a different timeline and everything was glitchy and stuff like that, and editing was like super crazy and stuff like that.
No, it's not even one of those.
You know talking about those?
I'm talking about where
when they're in the hospital and everything?
Not even in the hospital. We're talking a regular conversation between him and like the lawyer person, the main character, and the lawyer person, where it's like, oh, we have this upcoming thing. And it's like, no, don't tell me about this or whatever. And when he's walking in the hallway, they're going back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, that was part of it. Cause like at the end of that scene, the guy glitched out a little bit. Like it's not, so let's before we get into a little far, like the storyline is this. So there's these beings called the incubus or incubi.
They're demons.
They're demons. They're
not even incubus.
They're not. They're not, because they don't fuck you. They just give you nightmares.
Yeah. Ain't nothing sexy about them.
But they have an awesome design. You gotta admit, that's a cool ass design for villain.
That threw me off, man. That glass pane, I was just like, what the hell is going on?
They're wearing like a butcher's outfit, and then they have this glass pane in front of their face, and it's black and white, and they're always smiling. It's creepy as fuck.
But every once in a while, they throw some color into that. They all wear glasses.
Yeah, they all wear glasses.
I felt like this was, coming straight out of Geek Squad. Just like straight out of Compton, but Geek Squad instead.
They were some nerdy looking guys. So they did not look threatening, guys. But I like the design. So you got the black, white, pane and glass in front of them. They're always smiling. And then towards the end, when they take it off, they have like bright glowing glasses.
It looked like the anime glasses whenever.
Yes. But the glasses were hiding their face, because apparently there's this thing about the incubus in this movie where they're perceived to be always happy and have no emotions whatsoever, but I believe that's not the case. It's just they're hiding it because, it's like, they're also suffering from, I guess, whatever delusions they have. So basically there's the incubus, and I forgot what the fucking dream people
storytellers.
The storytellers. So the storytellers give you good dreams, and then the angels, yes, and the incubus or the demons, they give you bad dreams. And this exists on, I guess, purgatory, where they exist in purgatory, then they come into our plane of existence and they help us out with our dreams. And most of this story is kind of weird because it occurs within purgatory and 2 different timelines, which that ties in towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, that I had to watch, because I guess I missed that one little sentence that she tells the little girl.
Yeah.
About time is different for us and timelines.
Yeah.
I missed that the first time. Yeah. So when I watched it the first time, I was so like,
because like, if you listen, they keep repeating certain things over and over. You keep hear the guy saying, this guy needs to see a doctor or something. I forgot exactly what the line was, but it's the guy with the crosses over his eyes, the Pathfinder. He keeps repeating the same thing. But yeah, it's, so this guy who's an alcoholic, and he's also like a workaholic. His wife died. He's like negligent with his child. His child was taken away from him because of his activities. Apparently
he's a cokehead.
Yeah.
Did y'all catch that when he was doing coke?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
So he gets his child taken away by his wife's parents. And then what happens is this creature comes from purgatory, and he comes up and he basically steals her soul. I'm guessing. I wasn't entirely sure on that one.
I could see that. Yeah.
Like, he steals her soul. The creature's called Ink. He takes her soul into purgatory. He's trying to take her to, the incubus so he can become like them, because he has this big honking nose. He has like hair falling out. He has like scars all over his face. And, apparently what happens is, he killed himself. And because he killed himself, he was punished with looking like a monster when he came into that world. And he was called a drifter, which means you're not a storyteller or you're not a incubus. You're just someone who hangs out in purgatory. So he's trying to become an incubus because he has these feelings and he doesn't like the feelings and he doesn't like the look in there. If you see these perfect playing, smiling people go like, yeah, I want to be like those crazy fuckers. So that's the story. He's trying to take the little girl there as payment, and we can start from there. Go ahead. Let you start because you got a lot more bad things to say than I.
Yeah. So no, we're going to start with what did you like about it?
Oh yes,
first.
I'm sorry. Yeah, yes. What did you like about the movie first?
All right. Things that I like. Like I said, it has a good plot. It's interesting.
It's unique. It's something different. That's why I liked it.
It is.
So the same shit every fucking day.
Something I liked was the whole. I guess I don't know if you call it a superpower, but anytime they broke something,
that was nice.
It would fix back together.
Yeah.
And I was like, I would love that as a superpower.
When they were on the physical plane, when they came from purgatory and they came to our plane, anytime they damaged something, it reverted back to its original state. So someone jumped through a window and then the window fixed itself. Someone got smashed a table and then the table fixed itself.
You throw, a drawer from a cabinet and then, it smashes on someone's head and then it puts itself back together and goes straight back into the drawer. And, something I was wondering watching this is like, how far does this work? Like if there's a lamp that someone smashed over someone's head and it goes back onto the table when it fixes itself. If I was to take this lamp and run to like the other side of the planet, then smash it, would it fix itself and like fly all the way back?
I think so.
And how long would that take?
I don't know. See, and that's one thing that threw me off because now that you said it was purgatory, I'm like, okay, that makes sense that they're from purgatory. But I was just thinking that they were in like a dream world.
They went to the dream world, which was it was like multiple levels. You had purgatory, you had the physical plane, and you had the dream world. The dream world was where when they touched people, that was the dream world.
Okay, because I took it as they were inside the girl's dream. And they're in the dream in her house. Oh, okay. And that's why the house all looks the same, but everything they destroy, it's in a dream. So it's not destroyed in real life. So that's why I don't know. Go back to
just because
he took
you could
out.
Tell, not even just about her taking filters. Her out, the filters that they would have on the screens, you could tell when it was a dream because of like how bright it was versus, when they're in reality and it was, darker colors than Zack Snyder would ever use.
Yeah. We're going to get to that. I have issues with the filters, but the way I was understand is that because Ink pulled her from her dream world, he brought her into like a plane. I don't know. I guess the normal plane where she was on a plane that the other people reside on, but it's the physical plane, but they don't have any real power there.
See, because, this is why I don't agree with that because if you see it, Ink takes her.
Yes.
Physically grabs her. No.
He taps her and pulls her soul out.
So she's still on the bed when
she was still on the bed.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he like tapped her head.
That's why I was so confused.
Because when she lifts up the first time, there's like I think there's like an after image of her.
Yeah, you see like her face like.
Okay, so that's what confused me because I was like, how did he physically take her to some other place?
So he taps her, and then there's two images of her, and then she's in a different world at the moment. So okay, it's a bunch of multi-layered worlds or whatever, but yeah, that's one thing. Let's keep going.
But
what else you got to say?
Even though I really like that, it's never revisited after that scene, and that's something that made me upset.
No, we did not get back to broken things fixing themselves towards the end. No, we did not. That I agree with you. Like I did enjoy that, and it was like that was all their budget right there. That was like $100,000 like to do that trick. And you're like, fuck, we can't do that again, guys.
What else you got?
Something else I kind of liked was a little later we saw some Luke Skywalker force projection. If you guys haven't seen The Last Jedi, that's on you. But
look at him being feisty today. You really didn't like this movie.
I really didn't. No.
Oh, man.
With what's her name? The dreamer or the storyteller everyone liked.
Oh, Leave.
Where we see her fighting Ink. We see her still in the dream world, which, as cool as that is, it brings up some inconsistencies because let's say, we see her staying, like meditating and then her force projection self, going on this trip and stuff. Well, what about when she's getting her haircut? Is that just like a force projection haircut? Since she's still at her own place, is her hair just going to stay there? I
thought she just she just moved from place to place. She wasn't projecting.
Moved. She used the drums, man. She traveled.
No. Okay. During the fight, we see her like in a dream place meditating, just sitting, maybe different world, different plane. and then while she is still over here fighting Ink and battling and all this stuff. And so the way I understood that to be was like, with like in the last Jedi where you have Luke coming and sometimes being physical, sometimes, not letting things go through.
So you're saying she's not even dead then?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It brings up inconsistencies because it's like, it doesn't revisit that part. They just forget to.
1 second. I want to also say this. This is not a perfect film. I just want to make that be known. Like, I love this film doesn't mean this film is like, a legit like 10 out of 10. Like, I don't know if you heard of Gods of Egypt. It is a piece of shit movie and I love it. I'm not trying to say this movie's a piece of shit. I like it for being different and being very unique what it's giving me. And I like the fact that this guy tried. You can tell this motherfucker tried with his fucking tiny fucking budget. And I love that. I love that he went for it. But put that in there. I'm not recommending this movie for everybody. Just saying. All right. Zem, keep going. What else you got good to say before we pass on to Bart?
All right. So, are we still on things that are good?
Yeah, we're going to knock out the things that are good before, because we're going to be ranting about the bad part. So go ahead.
All right. So to me, it wasn't even about him being scarred that made me like it. I think something I liked was, okay, after he shoots himself in one timeline and appears in this next world, my thing was, I thought the reason why he had a really long nose was he was lying to himself. Oh. And I'm thinking like, a Pinocchio kind of a thing where
look at
you're deceiving yourself. And so.
No, she just walked through there, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see if she pops back up. But, yeah. Also the timeline thing. That's something we can try to explain. So time works differently in the dream world or purgatory, whatever. And so it turns out that Ink is actually the girl's father, but he's from a previous timeline where he killed himself. So he goes back in time basically to steal his daughter to make himself an incubus. But what happens is that the storytellers they change the timeline a little bit so that he, instead of, not going to his, see his daughter when she gets an accident, he instead goes to his daughter, which basically causes all events to kind of vanish, I guess. It was like Ink disappears and then the daughter disappears. Like when that happened, I was like, okay, so does that mean that no one dies? Or like, I guess since time works differently in the dream world, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean this, whatever. I don't know. I can't fight on that one. Anything else you got good to say before we pass the board?
I mean, basically this boils down to, and I guess it's not good, but it boils down to, I created my own problem. I'm going to fix my problem. And because of that, I'm the hero, guys.
Well, yeah, towards the end, it's like, he doesn't realize who he is and what he's doing, what he's really doing, and to the very end. And he's like, oh shit, that's my baby girl. Let me not be a dick and kill all these fucking incubuses in this bitch. Bart, anything good you had to say?
Actually, the first thing that I liked is I liked when they blinked into the world.
Oh yeah.
I really liked the way they would pop out. And especially going into where they finally lit that, the bat symbol at the end.
Yes.
When they all started running in through the hospital. I like that.
So basically the storytellers teleport into the world and fucking incubus just like come out the shadows.
Yeah.
Did you see that? I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like the first time the storytellers see the father when he's walking out, there's like an incubus right in the alleyway. You saw that shit?
Yeah.
And no one notices that at first. I'm like, that motherfucker's right there. But yeah, they would storytellers would teleport into, I guess, our world and like help us with our dreams and shit. But yeah, towards the end, like, all hands on deck. Anything else?
This is really minor, but
hey man, whatever.
What I really liked is when you first get introduced to Ink.
Yes.
The sound of the chains.
Yes.
And I don't know it sounded like a block was hitting the floor as he was walking. I don't know like what's wrong with his leg, but that was really creepy the way they made that sound. And I like that. I also like the fight scenes. The fight scene.
How?
No. Hold on.
Okay.
We're gonna have to get to that.
They weren't the best fight scenes, but I was just like, I still liked them.
We're gonna get on that because like he picked actors who knew how to do stunts and knew how to fight, but he couldn't film it for shit.
Okay, see, maybe that's why
it was shaking. No, if you watch what they're doing, they're like jumping on the walls, they're backflipping off each other, they're doing good stunts.
Yeah, it really felt like the people were jumping off the
shitty editing. He keeps fucking going crazy with the editing and shaking. You go ahead, break.
Okay, so wait, hold on. The editing of the fight scenes might be bad, but the actual fight scenes.
Yes.
were good.
If you were to do wide shots and let the actors do what they need to do, it would have been a fine fight. Like, it would have been fine. Cause if you see it, they know what they're doing. Go ahead and let loose on that one. I know you felt that.
I watched this with my roommates, and during one of the fight scenes, we timed it. We timed how many cuts he does.
Oh, look at this!
In a minute.
This is his blinks.
Sounds like Mallow right here.
This is his blinks right here.
His blinks.
This is fucking Zim's blinks.
Okay.
Oh my!
And we had in a 1 minute.
Yes.
I think it was like a hallway fight scene.
Yeah.
We had about 40 cuts.
Yes, they're terrible. They are
in a minute. We're talking practically terrible. One for every second.
Yes.
You get dizzy. You can't even tell what's going on.
It's the fight scenes I hate. It's the ones where you throw a punch and it cuts the reaction to it.
You don't see it hit.
Yeah, but it's like, they know they have good movements. I'm looking at you. I know you can do it. Calm down. Stop shaking the fucking camera. Oh, I know. I felt the same way with the fight scenes. I can't defend the fight scenes. I can only defend the fact that I know they can actually do their stunts well. It's just that he just wants to make things crazy by fucking shaking the camera constantly. What else you have to say that's good before we roll into me?
I really like the glasses.
Like the glasses on the Incubuses?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I thought they looked, a lot cooler when they took off. No, they still look cool with the glass pane in front of their face, because that was creepy.
Yeah.
That just looked creepy, but I think they looked cool as shit.
What you guys are failing to see is that the Incubus are all just old pedophile neckbeards.
Wait, what?
Okay, now look at it like this.
Wait, what?
Hear me out. The end scene, or near the end scene, we have, they take the daughter, they put her in a bathtub, they're all just standing around her, imagine if just like a computer screen, guy with glasses just watching. That's basically what this is. People watching from their computers, like child pornography.
Holy shit.
You
saw something. I thought
that's creepy as
I was
hell.
wondering what they're going to do. I thought they were going to drown her or something. I didn't know what the fuck they were doing to her in the bathtub, because they never showed it. He lost his shit. Like I said before, I love the design.
No offense to neckbeards.
I've never seen that design before in the villain. It was like instantly like, there's something wrong with that. And it's like very simple. And it's like, I don't like looking at these things because they creep me out.
Yeah, they do.
Oh man. Anything else you gotta say?
No, that was pretty good. You know what? I liked it that he fought with dual daggers.
Oh yeah. I think he had a kukri at one point. Lily had a kukri I don't know. I might have been mistaken. It was because the editing was so fucking crazy.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Something else.
Yes. This is a positive right now before you lose your fucking mind. Go ahead. Let it loose because I got a few positives. Like, I love this thing, but I don't have like a shit ton of positives.
Maybe I'll save it for
okay. I got a few positives. Got a few positives here. Like, I love this film, but I only have a few positives. Like I said before, I respect the budget. I respect that he did what he could with his tiny little budget. I like the storyline, even though it's kind of weird sometimes. It's unique. I like the world building it has. Like, it's interesting. It's, what else is there? I like the Incubuses. I like Ink's costume. I like how Ink looked. It was pretty unique. Well, it wasn't really unique, but it was different. That's what I liked about this film, is that it was different. It wasn't like the same shit I constantly see. It wasn't like fucking tropey as fuck. There's tropes in it, but it wasn't like trope after trope after trope after trope after trope. And you just go like, oh, cliche to cliche to cliche at me. Cause tropes are tropes. Cliches to cliches. Like I said, but I love this film, but I only have a few good things to say about it. Cause I can't really recommend it to people. I was like, I love it. I like to watch it. It's interesting to me. I enjoy it. I like the spastic editing when, it's not the fight scenes, but it's like, it feels like the guy's losing his mind, where there's that one scene where he's sitting in the office.
At the office,
in the office, and it turns green and he's screaming. It turns back and he's like really calm. Cause that's how you feel in your head. It was just like, you're really calm outside, but inside you're just screaming. And I like the little glitches that make you feel like, is this reality? Is it what's happening right now with what we're seeing, because the editing was kind of spastic around certain areas. But then there were times where editing was just like, calm down, just like simmer down. Real quick, I'm pretty sure you'll love that movie. You'll like that movie a lot better than this one. I guarantee that.
For the people who are wondering what movie we're talking about,
that movie right there is The Fall. We're gonna review that eventually.
All right.
And I consider that movie perfect. Like editing, transitions, like beautiful, like the landscape. Like, I'm sorry, like, to suck that one. That movie right there. I love, that's number one. See, that's the movie I would recommend to anyone. I'm fucking spiking this shit, whatever. That's the one that's number one, and I will fight you. I will fight you if you say you hate that movie.
I'm going to say I hate
guys,
it.
We have a challenge.
All right.
We have a challenge, guys.
Because that movie is beautiful.
I'll try to hate it, but we'll see. If I end up loving it, I'll love it.
Hey, you'll find flaws. You can say it's bad, but you can't say you hate the movie. I understand you hate this movie. I don't care. You can't hate that movie. That's my boo right there. That's my number one. I kill a nigga for that movie.
All right, guys. We'll see if I can get 100 puns the fall.
In the fall.
You probably, let me stop. Okay. No. We off tangent. Fuck it. Let's get back to the moment. All right. So like I said, I love this movie, but I got some issues with this movie. All right. But we're going to pass it to Zim over here. I'm going to bounce off Zim because he has a lot of hate for this film.
All right. No, Major Mala.
Let's do this.
No. All right. First thing off, to start off, sound. You can't hear crap. Like the music and sound effects are really high. So it's either, all right, let me hear the dialogue by blaring everything else, or let me have the sound, music, and all that stuff at a normal level and have people whispering and not hear like what they're saying.
I won't deny that. That's happened at times.
What I did was I wanted to watch this special. So I put it on mute and put subtitles on.
You're a liar. What subtitles?
Let him do what he wants to do. This man watched the entire series in Japanese without subtitles and then rewatched it but with subtitles. But what does it matter? Let him be crazy.
Something else. This whole movie.
Yes.
As much as I love the plot.
Yes.
It's stupid. Because, okay, let's look at it like this. These people are supposed to give dreams to everyone in the whole wide world. Now, let's just say, it's a child that soul or life has been taken. It's one child out of millions, and everyone, like, we have people dying for this girl. We have hundreds of sleepwalkers, storytellers, fighting for this. And it's like, aren't you guys supposed to be guarding other people? Aren't you supposed to be like working on all these other people, giving them dreams?
I got to do a rebuttal real quick.
Okay.
So you remember when they had to call for backup?
Right?
Yeah, they called for backup. People were doing their own thing.
No, okay, even that.
There was only 4 of them that were trying to save this girl. You saw there were a shit ton of storytellers. There was only 4.
So, there was more than 4.
No. There was only the 4. There was only 3. There was only 3, and then they had the Pathfinder.
That's 4.
And the reason I see that as being okay, because even Pathfinder said you're just embarrassed. You don't want people to know. Yeah. So those other 2 that were helping her, they're probably her buddies, and she was like, "Hey, help me out! I fucking lost this girl."
So I don't know
to defend this. The hospital. Yes. You're telling me there's not a single person asleep in the hospital?
That's they could have been there to help out. Yeah,
I mean, but it's like when they try calling for backup, no backup can come.
This is weird because they were in his dreams. That was the weird part. Like she touched him and she went to his dreams, but then she had to like. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, she was in his dreams and then she was guiding him somewhere, and then she came back out, and then she was in like the purgatory.
It's like this is the original Inception, bro.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
I'm just saying this
weird.
Is way too much effort for one, let's say 2 lives, because, the father's life too. So.
This motherfucker's a hater.
Sipping on this haterade. I'm a chug this haterade
guzzling
right now.
It down. Oh, I'm loving this. This is great. We should do Gods of Egypt.
All right, something else I hated. Something else.
Oh man.
Fight levels. Now, I watch a lot of anime. I watch a lot of, I play a lot of video games.
Yes.
Something I hate is where we have someone who's, shown to be an amazing, like, can take on everyone.
Yes.
But then we go somewhere, and I can understand power levels, someone being stronger than you, but we have Ink at the beginning of this film taking on, like, what, a dozen of the storytellers.
Yes.
Then when he tries to one-on-one against the big
the top storyteller,
he's getting his butt handed to him royally.
It's the rule of the ninja.
But as soon as we get to the end of the film, where he's doing the dream sequence, where one of these incubus could like stab and take down the top storyteller, he takes on not just the top incubus or the master of the incubus, he takes on like a whole army, maybe 50, 70 of these guys.
I'm gonna have to fight you on that one a little bit.
No, because
you're off on that one. I'm sorry.
I think when he started losing his shit, a lot of them just kind of backed up. Like a lot of them left, and they didn't really all fight him.
I want to move backwards.
But even going towards her, I just figured she was a badass.
Because she's top dog.
Yeah, she's Luke Skywalker.
No, it's the ninja rule, right? The more ninjas you have, the easier they are to kill them. When you get to the one ninja, she was the one ninja. That's why he had a hard time fighting her. But then he beat up 20 storytellers in the beginning of the movie, and he beat up 20 succubuses or incubi at the end of it. So I don't see it being a problem.
I would just see it that she would be able to kick their ass.
Okay, let's go with that then. The very, very, very beginning of the first fight, where he's taking on the girl who ended up, failing. They were, I wouldn't say they were even, but she was holding her own at first.
Yeah, because rule of ninja, bro. There was not 20 of them. There was only like one.
The rule of ninja is stupid.
Yes, it is stupid. But you said anime. You brought anime into this, and the anime fucking follows the rule of ninja, and you fucking know it. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Not good anime.
Yeah, dude,
Naruto follows that rule.
No,
you know, Naruto follows the fucking rule of the ninja. Like, dude, how many videos have I seen of one ninja killing thousands of other ninjas, and then once you fight one other ninja, he's like, oh, it's like a fight that would last 2 episodes.
Well, because none of those other ninjas were at the same level.
Doesn't matter. It's still the rule of the ninja still counts, man. Like, fucking, don't you read Dr. McNinja?
But yeah, right, going back to that shitty storyteller, she was just like, man, I can't believe she should have been in the room the entire time. Like, what was she doing if that's the one person she's supposed to take care of?
I don't know. I didn't get, like, she was like she just dies at the end, gets stabbed in the stomach, and just lays there and dies. Like, that's it for you. You ain't gonna do anything else.
She did. I thought she was force projection.
No, you're talking about the badass. I'm talking about the very first storyteller, the one that let the little girl get taken.
The one we're following.
Yes.
Yeah. The one with the bow staff. Ray. Let's call her Ray. Even though she wasn't a Mary Sue, she still got her fucking ass kicked throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, hold on. Also, I'm sorry, we're on a bad thing right now, but I want to talk about another thing I liked. I love the Pathfinder. I thought he was awesome.
Dane Cook?
I felt like he was trying too hard.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
I did feel like he was trying too hard.
I did too, yeah, but I still enjoyed his, cause he was lively. I still like that. But
he just reminded me of Dane Cook for some reason.
Yeah, he did. He reminded me of you, honestly.
Oh man, what?
He reminded me of you. Like, he was an interesting character, even though he's probably the most interesting character besides Ink. I mean, whatever. But yeah, I liked his character. I like how he just randomly sprout out random shit, and everyone was like, what are you talking about? Eventually it all made sense towards the end when he's setting shit up.
Okay, so that's one thing that now that we're talking about Dane Cook.
Yeah.
When they set the beacon.
Yes.
They set it so far away, even though
because the
Pathfinder knew they were going to end up at the hospital.
Yeah. I guess he would, yeah. I guess he would know, but he
said from the beginning, we need to get him to his daughter.
Yeah, shake her the fuck up.
You gotta shake the shit out of him. And so he knew they were going to the hospital, but he's like, I'll put this beacon over here, cause you know what? That's where it needs to be.
Yeah, he didn't pick the beacon back up. He just left it out. I don't know. Because they couldn't use they have like these little devices they use if they need backup, but they couldn't use it in that area because I guess there was too many, incubus or incubi in the area that were like blocking them. So maybe he knew that was a good distance because that was the most I've ever seen in one area because it's usually like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But now there's like 20 and they're like running down the hallways with their fucking bright goggles on and you're just like, oh shit, we gonna get fucked. That's a little thing right there. Come on. Bring on the fire. See if we can knock some of these
Ink
things out.
is essentially Anakin.
Fuck.
Yeah, you see it. You see it. See it.
Explain to me.
All right. So we have.
Man. This is gonna be a good episode. Because usually I'm the bitter one. No, actually, I've been trying not to be bitter this entire time, but go for it.
I'm never bitter.
I mean, he pretty much is, the chosen one. He has to make the decision to bring balance between the storytellers and incubus. Hear me out.
Okay.
Then, the whole, at the end, he makes the decision to save his daughter, save Luke.
Okay.
And he's like, all right, well, now it's time to strike back the Empire.
Oh, man.
Even the scars, okay?
Okay, wait. When did this movie come out in 2009?
This came out in 2009.
When did the prequel come out?
Those are like early 2000s.
We look it up real quick. When the Star Wars prequel came out to see if,
So while you're looking that up, one thing that I guess I kind of see it, but it stopped me from being afraid of Ink was when she hurt her foot.
Oh yeah.
With the second she hurt her foot and he stopped and made shoes for her out of his clothes, I was like, okay, this is not going to end bad. Like I knew from that moment that he was I guess, quote unquote, a good guy.
The Rag 11s?
Yeah, the Rag 11s.
Let's see. Yeah, you're right. 1999, Phantom Menace, 2002, Attack of Clones, 2005, Revenge of the Sith. This one came out in 2009, so yeah, he could have been aping off of that shit. It's very possible. I'm not gonna fight you on that one. That's your own unique take on it. I respect that. Anything else? Let out the fury, man.
All right, so
1 second. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just want to get this off my chest real quick. Fuck the kung fu hipsters. That annoyed me. This the dream the storytellers all like hipsters, and apparently all knew kung fu and knew how to jump around and shit. It was a little bit annoying to me just seeing that. Just tossing out there. Just it was weird.
I thought one of them looked really cool. It was he was only seen at the very beginning. He was a black guy.
Yeah.
He was wearing, I guess he was wearing white pants and like a white wife beater.
Yeah.
Had dreads. The only reason I liked it was because it reminded me, did y'all ever see that movie, Only the Strong Survive?
No, Bard.
Where they do capoeira? It just reminded me of one of the characters in that movie. And
did you say like another episode reminded you of that too?
Yeah, a lot of stuff reminds me.
Everything reminds you of that movie.
Yeah. Everything.
We are going to watch Only the Strong Survive at one point.
Eventually, yeah. All right, but I just want to toss it in. The Kung Fu hipsters was kind of annoying, and I don't know if you're gonna jump on this, but I didn't like. I wanted to just get to this first. The music was very generic, and the only time I really enjoyed the music was that scene where he was breaking the chain and causing the reaction. The music cuts in and out. It's just like stock free music you can get from anywhere. That's what it sounded like. It was boring.
I didn't even notice any of the music. That's exactly. How little.
Yeah, it was boring.
But it was higher than the regular dialogue. How did you not hear it?
Because I was watching it. It was I was watching it on mute with captions.
It was generic as shit. That's why I barely listened to it. But yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about this, but we want to talk about the color filters and the bloom effects on the film, how they're like overused to a very like, they use color filters to basically tell you which plane of existence you're in. If you're in the real world, if you're in the dream world, if you're in the past, flashback, whatever that. But
okay, so I recognize where you just the color filters because I remember specifically the hospital. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by the bloom effect.
The bloom effect. Okay, so so there are certain times when you would go into an area, they went to an area and they were wearing like white clothing, and their white clothing would like burst, would just be shining. And,
okay, yes,
yeah,
yes.
And I guess it was like to signify, they're kind of like in heaven or whatever. But there are other times where they're not there in the purgatory or nice purgatory world, and they're like closer to the dream world. They're closer to our world, and they still had that bloom effect, and it was just weird. And it was just like it's almost like they're shooting in the daylight, and they're just like picking up. It's almost like they were wearing reflective gear a lot of times, and that was like a little bit of annoying to see that on a constant basis. I don't know how you felt about that.
Yeah, that didn't really bother me.
Okay.
Something else that did bother me.
Yeah.
How did the daughter realize it was her father? Because
I didn't want to talk about that.
No, because let's talk about this.
I saw that.
They want you to think that it's the fight that, or not fight, at the beginning of the movie, when he has his dream of, wanting to spend time with his daughter, starting off like, oh, I don't really play, but sure, I'll save you from the imaginary monster, blah, 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 like stay away from her, and then we see that scene again during this last fight. That was a dream. She didn't actually, play with him.
It could have been a memory, man.
No.
I thought it was a memory.
The filter that it shows that it was a dream. If it was a memory, then the original memory would probably be him not playing with her, and that's what he's regretting.
He was always an asshole.
Yes. And just regretting not playing with her, and so this is him making a different decision.
No, it wasn't a dream because when there's a dream, there's a storyteller there.
And we see that happens. Okay, at the beginning, before that happens, we see him, his forehead get touched. That at the beginning of the movie, we have the car crash before we realize how the chain happened.
Yes, and
we see someone touch his forehead, and that's when it cuts to brighter lights and him playing with his daughter.
Okay.
So he never actually played with the daughter in real life, or this whole thing was just a dream. And if that's the case, the daughter at the end of the film is not going to be able to pick up that this is my dad based on something that she wasn't even there for.
So that thing happened at the beginning of the movie though.
Right. No, it happens at the beginning of the movie, but when it happens before that, we see, we see someone like walk up and touch his forehead like after the car accident.
Okay, the touching the forehead after the car accident, where did that lead to? I don't know. That was a weird one. Cause who touched his forehead after that? It was the girl or the Pathfinder?
It was the girl.
It was the girl.
Okay.
Yeah, the black guy jumps up top. That second girl stays behind, I think, or is not at next to the car, and it's the girl in the.
I would keep you watching this to figure that out. I don't care that much about it, you know. But it is weird that it's like, oh yeah, you fought for me, now you're my daddy kind of thing at the end. I give you that. Like, the guy's been dragging her along the entire time, and then at the end, she recognizes as his father.
The reason I thought that she recognized him is because the second she says father or dad is when he touches her in the hospital.
Or they did some clever editing with that. Like, they're saying like something about like, we gotta find her parents. And when they did that, they did a quick cut to him. And this was when I first watched it. It's like, why would they said something and quick cut to him? It's like, why would they cut to him right there? That was weird. Later on, you find out that's her actual father.
I don't know. I feel like that was an obvious buildup that he was her father.
No, I did not get that.
Rewatching it. Yes. Okay. And when I first watched it, I didn't see it, but rewatching, I kind of can see it because he does care for her in a way. And he made the shoes. He made the shoes for her. And like, yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. But towards the end, also, it's the same voice. Like in the beginning, his voice was kind of different, but then like once he starts talking, like normally he's not angry. It's the same voice of her father. So I'm like, you know, maybe you can kind of figure out that's her father. Then probably has the same eyes too. Yeah, his face fucked up, but his eyes the same. Child should remember her father's eyes or her father's voice. So I was like kind of giving it leeway. That's why I want to fight you on that one. Cause I'm like, it's kind of weird, but you know, whatever. What else? I know you got a full fucking page. Look, I got like a half a page, and look at this. Yeah. And he probably has like 4 pages. How many pages you got?
No, it's just one page.
Oh, this is great.
I didn't want to talk about this more than I had to. This thing was, like I said, it was a good plot. The more I talk about it,
just give me this. Okay. It is something different, right?
Different. Yeah.
Yes.
But then again, everything that we've said is different. I can pinpoint in another movie.
Yes, you could, but altogether, it was a different film. Also, can you at least give him props for this being an indie film and having the budget he had? Like, can you give him a little bit of respect for that?
No.
And
my reasoning is because the problems that we had,
yes,
I feel those were things that could have been fixed.
I don't think they were budget problems.
I feel like we said, like you said, with the shots or for the fight scenes, like you said, just give them space to
it's bad
do
filmmaking.
it. Like even with the budget you had, just use that same camera. You don't have to take multiple shots. The audio, I feel that could have. I don't know what equipment they use for the audio, but I feel if you gave it the time, you could have made the audio so that the sound wasn't loud, or the sound effects and music wasn't that much higher than the actual dialogue.
I want to say something too. So this guy has other films, but just because I love this film I don't have enough confidence to watch his other films. Like like he made one in 2014 called The Frame, and I still haven't watched it. And I'm like, oh, he made another movie. And I was like, I don't know if I can watch this movie because like maybe you fix some of your problem. Cause like if there's any other film and they're doing this kind of stuff and they had a bigger budget, then I would tear it apart because I like some of the stuff I see are just like, fuck you. But like, I'm like, you know, he's probably new to making films. He had a low budget. It's like, cause I'm thinking about like, if I made a film, I imagine it's going to be like worse than what he had. But like, it looks like someone's maybe second or third film attempt of making a film, you know, and that's why I'm like willing to give it. Like, have you seen, name a famous director. Have you seen like their first film? And a lot of times they aren't that very good. Like sometimes you get a good one, like Josh Trank with the Chronicle. Like that was all right, even though there's some shit about it. But you know,
I don't know.
I'm willing to let certain things slide when it's like your first few attempts of making a film. But when you're like making a multi-million-dollar film, I'm gonna be on your ass. Like, man, come on, man, what are you doing over here? Like, what is this shit? It's like, why can't you not edit these scenes together? Like, why in the middle of a tension building scene, go kill this guy or I'm gonna kill your mama. We're gonna cut to a fucking trailer for fucking every other person that's not in the fucking movie and then cut back to you about to fight Batman. Like, what is that? That's bullshit. That's what it is.
Well, I don't know what we're talking about now.
You don't need to know what I'm talking about.
Now he's talking about Batman versus.
Let's talk about something else. I'm getting hyped about this fucking movie. I fucking hate that movie. All right, what else you got? What else you feeling a little salty about?
I'm gonna pass it off. I'm getting like my cholesterol's going too high from the salt.
All right, Bard. What else?
I didn't really have too much I didn't like about it. Most of my
really
stuff was good.
but why do you question? Oh, what is it? What was that fucking thing we watched? He had us. What was it? Something stupid as fuck, and we were like, "Oh yeah, Bar's gonna like that." Like Dracula's Untold or whatever.
That was a good movie.
I like that movie.
Yeah, Dracula Untold was badass.
I'm good. The Hobbit movies. He fucking loves those things.
Those things were good.
Those things were annoying.
I'm not going to hate on The Hobbit.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, just about.
Again, it's like you said, like, is it a perfect movie? Are they perfect movies? No. But I would watch them.
But I don't know if I'm like a fair, like, you can't, see, you're getting mad, but I thought you would have known by now that just about any movie you watch, that I watch, I'm going to like.
Yeah. I remember there's some other movies that was like, I was like, no, this is not shitty fucking movie. Like, have you seen Fan Four Stick?
No.
Fan Four Stick?
No, what is that?
The most recent Fantastic Four.
I literally couldn't watch that movie all the way through. We had to stop it 4 times and talk about other things because it was just that bad. No, you probably sit there and go like, this is a nice movie. I like this.
No, it's not bad.
It's like,
you liar. You didn't watch it. No one can say it's not bad.
No, for the most part, that's the way I usually am with movies. I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's not bad.
That one was not cool.
This is funny because he was so angry at fucking Little Witch Academia that he couldn't.
Fuck that shit, dude. Fuck that.
He could not.
Oh no, that is
the 20-minute fucking OVA.
That's couldn't
finish.
I don't know why. I just could not stand it, but that just rubbed me
like he
the
could
wrong
not
way.
finish the best anime ever made. Full stop. Little Witch Academia could not finish it, but he comes and watch like, yeah, I like this film. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. What else I didn't like about this film? We talk about how the editing was kind of all over the place sometimes and shaky cam. I told the filters were kind of weird.
You know what? Hold on. This is one thing that really did just piss me off.
Yeah.
Okay. Why was the doctor running through the hallway?
It's a hospital, dude.
Yeah. If she was really needing to run somewhere, she's not going to stop for some random guy being like, hey, where is this patient at?
I thought it was funny that she actually gave me an answer. It's like, yeah, all the kids are upstairs.
Yeah, like, that was one thing I didn't like, because I was just like...
Yeah, go find the kids.
The doctor would not... If she actually had to run somewhere, she would not stop to just
fuck off, I gotta go somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, no.
He's just walking, taking his sweet time, just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna walk over there. Oh yeah, I got a car crash. I had to walk slow. I'm like, fuck off, dude. Let's wrap the movie up. The movie's almost over. Like, come on, let's go. Come on.
I think, just the doctor scene is what made me mad. Other than that, it was pretty good.
You gotta keep it up because you're the only one who felt this adamant of hatred towards it. I'm, like I said, I love this film, but I'm willing to talk shit about it because come on.
All right. What else is bad about this movie? I mean, it's just, I feel we've gotten all of it. It's all on its sleeve. Like, maybe I'm hating on it too much.
One thing we didn't talk about is the 2 drifters. What did y'all think about the drifters?
Oh, that was weird, man. That was like bad acting on another level. That was weird. I didn't like that part. The weird collecting.
The first one?
Both of them. He had the weird collecting guy who just was goofy for no fucking reason. He had the other lady who was also goofy for just like at people and shit. And
yeah.
Like, I need to cut your hair. And it's like, why? Because you're prettier than me.
Yeah, that's what I got from her. She was just jealous. But what were those what he had fucking M&Ms?
I have
what
no
he paid
idea.
Him with?
He paid with some kind of stones. I have no idea what the fuck that was yet. Those 2 scenes were just weird. I think they were just stalling for time. That's what that was. Those scenes.
And another
were weird.
thing is, okay, so behind his hand, he puts a rope around his dagger and sticks it into the guy's leg, and that's strong enough to pull him 10 feet.
Hey man, it's not the real world.
No, they are in. Oh wait, no,
they're not.
What about the?
Yeah, they weren't in the real world when that happened.
I don't know, the pill or whatever he gave his daughter.
A bomb, apparently.
I mean, we never see him take that out.
No, you know what? I thought I thought it was I thought it was just like a solid like piece of like metal or something.
Yeah.
Because when he was going towards his hand or whatever,
he had some weird contraption.
I was like, well, so is that like a magnet? Cause she had her hand on her stomach. So is she starting to feel it like gonna rip out?
It would be nice if they showed you what that thing could do. Cause we're just like, I don't know what the fuck that thing is. Like,
and we never revisit it.
It's like, did he put a bomb inside of her or something like that? Like a little, like, if I can't get her, no one can kind of thing. But no, we never revisited that. That was dropped. There's a few things that just get dropped that I wish that it came back to.
And that little girl's a little mouthy too.
Yeah.
But I guess that's from having like a cokehead asshole of a dad.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the grandparents? I mean,
that was fucked up, dude. Yeah, fuck those grandparents. I understand why he was so pissed.
Especially considering like the dad or the grandpa himself was out of the his own daughter's life for like 15 years.
And then comes back to steal his child. Fuck that guy.
And then tells him, because he even said, like, I don't have a daughter no more anymore. And he's like, don't those words sound familiar? So I'm assuming that's what the grandfather told him at some point.
Can we talk about like the flashbacks? How like the flashbacks basically shaved his face and then changed his hair and now he's younger.
Yeah.
That was fucking terrible. I was like, looking at us like, dude, you're still like a 40-year-old kid. Like, apparently he's supposed to be like 20-something years old. He's still like he's 40-something years old. It was weird.
But I mean, I got what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I got what they were trying to do. Like, that was also during the same times when he's like, he was going backwards in time and seeing his younger self and like, hey man, don't fucking react to it, man. Just walk away. And that was also during the crazy editing time. I was like, oh, like they were doing things like that. And I was like, keep me interested in it.
So wait, hold on. Is that something that is like some people really get embarrassed about, is having food stamps?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. It's, I don't know what you would call it, not a mark of shame, but like, what is it like?
Cause you know what? I remember one time that,
I forgot how this thing goes, but go ahead.
My uncle had, food stamps and he was too embarrassed to go up and pay with them.
Yeah.
So he made me go up there and pay with them and I didn't really get it. I was like, all right, I'll go fucking pay with food stamps. It's free food. It's badass.
What is it? It's like, people don't want to, seem like they're poor. They want to like, they feel like, certain people feel like they're like millionaires in a rut. Like they'll eventually get there. They'll be rich and whatever and get everything they want. But not right now. They're stuck in this little shitty thing and eventually you'll get there. It's kind of like the American dream is like you start at the bottom, you get to the top. But you know, it's to show off that you are, you know, poor and you can't afford certain things. You have to have government assistance. It's probably disgusting to them. And I guess that because you look at him, it's like poor white kid living in some kind of little, like broken down little farmhouse, whatever, has people basically spitting in his face because it's like, look at you, you're a poor piece of shit. And he's like, oh, I guess I am. Yeah. I'll show you one day. I'll become rich and then I'll buy your mom and then, you know, pimp her out, whatever. Like,
I mean, he did become rich.
He did. He got a lot of money, but then he lost his fucking soul in the act of it and just became, you know, coked up fucking alcoholic.
That'll do it to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy success.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Oh, I love the look on your face right here.
He just looks so mad.
It is amazing. I never knew that I could bring this because this is what you see.
This way Zim is not this type of person. I've never seen Zim upset.
What Zim is doing right now is how he makes me feel about random fucking anime he wants me to watch. And I go like, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate that anime. It's a piece of shit.
Anime I bring up have always been good. Konosuba.
That's the first time you gave me something good.
Konosuba was good.
Little Witch Academia.
3 Bitches in a Broom was horrible.
3 Bitches in a Broom was pretty good.
All right.
Okay, we're talking about no. Let's talk about the past, bro.
Yes.
I would come to work going like, fuck you. Let's talk about Gotham. Fuck you. All right, Gotham. Fuck you on Gotham. Not gonna talk about it right now, but fuck you. I gave that show.
You said anime. You said anime. We're not talking about live action. I'm terrible.
Okay.
Like, I'll watch Arrow and Flash, which.
Okay, listen. I'm sorry. I jumped to Gotham because I was thinking about the last time I was like legit angry with what some of you made me watch, and it went straight there.
See, at least when I recommend stuff, it's always good.
No, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Thanks, Bard.
Like you gave us Gangsta, but it had no fucking conclusion.
It was still good.
Yeah, it was still good. I'm knocking you for not having a conclusion. I'm not knocking you for it not being good. But the things you want to recommend is like, it was good when I was a kid and I was stupid and the cynicism wasn't running throughout my entire body. But now that, you know, I basically like piss and shit cynicism when I can't watch these certain things and go like, you know what? It might be because I love Gods of Egypt. If it's the right kind of shit, I take that back. It's the right kind of shit. I can probably get into it.
Dude, only the strong survive. It's all about dance fighting. How is that not badass?
Do you remember that thing from Hulu years back? The legendary league. It was a league of extraordinary dancers.
Now, is it like Footloose? Because I like Footloose.
It was not like Footloose. It was like they're fighting the forces of evil with dance. I remember just watching one episode going like,
what?
Yeah. I remember watching one episode go like, nah, I'm good. This is stupid. Was
it angry dancing though?
I'm pretty sure someone was angry. You know how you can't fight the I don't know if it's still on Hulu.
This sounds pretty good. I have Hulu.
This is years ago. Let me see if it still exists. But y'all go ahead and talk about something else while I look this up.
I think the point is I suggest good anime.
I can't agree with that. I can't think of anything. I just know that I'm usually the one that's angry about this kind of stuff.
I'll say, you know what, in general, I think most of the animes you've told me to watch are pretty good.
Exactly. And I'll tell you if an anime is stupid.
Oh, apparently on YouTube. The League of Extraordinary Dancers.
Yes, I'm watching that.
Using music, dance, and choreography, the fate of a group of young people endowed with supernatural abilities is learned. Came out in 2010. Yeah.
Nah.
That sounds
I'm not
badass.
watching this shit. You can go ahead. But I just remember just like watching the episode, go like, yeah, this is not my thing. It's just not my jam. I can't get down with that. That's not me. Not me at all, man. Oh man. Anything else we want to say about this?
All in all, I mean, I'm going to stick with my 4, or no, wait, sorry, I'm not using that because everything would be 4.
Yeah.
So my 7 out of 10, I'm going to stick with
it's
that.
a 4 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah. For me, yeah, it's not a perfect movie, but I liked it. I love it. It's one of my favorites. It was from my top 10 or top 20. Forgot what was it at the moment, but yeah.
You said top 10 last
Top 10?
time. Yeah.
Okay, it's probably number 10, to be honest. It's not going to be that high. Like, it's probably top 10 because you got to leave space for Alien and Predator and Fight Club and all those other ones I have up there.
Fight Club's good.
You know.
Don't talk about it.
Nice.
You know, there's some good ones out there that I have in my top 10. And this one was just, it was good. It just hit me and I was like, man, this is interesting, something different. I really liked it. But yeah, it is not a perfect film. It has lots of flaws, but I think sometimes some people, if you're willing to give it a chance, hey, go for it. But it's not a perfect film. Say that. But I do recommend if you just want to see like what it looks like when a guy who's like, I feel like this guy's like following his dreams, making a film with some people that's what it felt like when he was doing.
If you can find online somewhere like the screenplay, just read that. You'd be much, much happier.
No, you can't.
You know what? I would
watch
enjoy
any of
reading
this.
that.
Just watch the screenplay.
No, you can't because it's gonna cut every time. It's like he threw a fist and it's like cut
new paragraph.
New paragraph. Another fist was thrown. New paragraph. You're like, what's going? Like you just flipping through the pages and shit. Like, what is going on? But yeah, that's me on it. But yeah, go ahead, Sam. Close it out. Let us know how you felt about it.
Oh man.
Closing statements on
I really wish I was the Pathfinder, that like my eyes were gone and I had like duct tape over it while I was watching this.
It's funny because it's not even the worst one I'm going to recommend. Like I will, because there's Gods of Egypt, but there's a couple other ones where
don't recommend us to watch Gods.
I want to watch Gods of Egypt, so if you don't, I will.
There are other ones that I like just because they're bad. Like they're just
Gods of Egypt
bad.
is with Leonidas, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
What's his name?
There's some movies out there
Batman vs Superman is
so
better
bad
than Gods of Egypt.
I might fight you on that one. We can argue on that. We can argue that one. But there are some movies that I like that are really bad that I know will destroy you inside. And they're not on my top 10 or top 20. They're just movies I kind of like.
I don't watch them. I'll probably like them.
Yeah. You probably like them. Matto loves the movie, and Bard's mad. He's on average.
I liked it.
Oh, he liked it. My bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Bard's
there was some good fight scenes.
If you could fucking calm down and show it all. Oh man. So yeah, let's close out. So this has been Major Mallow.
Oh wait, hold on. A couple of things.
Okay, no, cut
we
that
did
out.
want to say, yeah, cut that out.
Yeah.
I know so the way we do this now is each of us is going to get a turn picking something to watch. But we do have our Twitter, which is 3WTA podcast. And then we have our Facebook, which is facebook.com/3WTA podcast. So just, if you have any suggestions for us, I would say put it on there and then we could take those, see if we want to do that.
It's not guaranteed, but if you guys
it's not guaranteed. But, one of us would have to be like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. I'm going to use that.
And one of the guys is like, no, fuck that shit. Let it burn in hell. We're not watching that. Like, what's that? Oh, I'm not going to say it. Never mind.
No, now you got to say it.
I can't. I'm not because, it's the one that me and him agree that we're never going to fucking talk about.
What is it about?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
They probably have to stay tuned to find out maybe next episode we talk about it. Maybe not. We'll see.
All right.
So this has been Major Mallow.
This is Bard. Turkey burgers. Peacock.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Heading out.
All right. Over and out. Good night.